Johnson is a tank hero who specializes in initiation and crowd control. All of his abilities apply AoE damage and crowd control and cost no mana to cast. Abilities. Johnson's passive ability is Electro Airbag. When his health falls below 30%, Johnson generates a shield that lasts up to 10 seconds. The more armor Johnson has, the more damage the shield can absorb. It has a cooldown of 1 minute and 15 seconds. Deadly Pincers. Johnson throws his spanner forward, damaging all enemies in a line and in the area that it lands. Enemies in the area that it lands will also be stunned. When throwing your spanner, try to aim where you think the enemy will be. Electro Mag Rays. Johnson deals damage continuously in an area in front of him. Electro Mag Rays deals its damage 10 times. Johnson is also able to move, use basic attacks, and Deadly Pincers while Electro Mag Rays is active. Electro Mag Rays also slows enemies, allowing Johnson to chase fleeing enemies more easily. Johnson's ultimate ability is Rapid Touchdown. Johnson transforms into a car. He begins moving slowly and accelerates to top speed shortly. When he brakes, collides with the wall, or with an enemy hero, he will stop and explode, dealing damage in an area around him and stunning enemies. The damage and stun are increased depending on Johnson's speed. The ground around him will also be electrified and deal damage over a few seconds. While he is still moving slowly, one teammate may walk up and ride with Johnson. This makes for great initiations, especially if you manage to catch an enemy who is alone. When using Johnson's ultimate, tap the skill again to begin accelerating immediately. With enough practice, you'll even be able to drive and steer your way through the jungle. In order to stop the ability early, tap the skill again. This will cause Johnson to break, exploding and dealing damage where he is. Recommended items. Blade Armor will give Johnson a massive amount of armor, which also powers his first two abilities. Warrior Boots provide him movement speed and stacking armor. Brute Force Breastplate provides him with even more armor and also has a passive that increases his movement speed. Battle Spells. Flicker will help Johnson to either engage, chase, or escape enemies in a pinch. More than anything, Sprint will help Johnson to stick to enemies who are trying to escape. Weaken will help Johnson to greatly reduce the power of enemies who are attacking or to slow enemies who are escaping. And lastly, as a tank, Iron Wall will help Johnson to soak up any damage the enemy throws at him. Talents. Choose Tank Emblem Set. Firmness will bring the emblem set's armor up to 20 points, which is very helpful in the early game. Inspire will bring Johnson's cooldown reduction to 10%, allowing him to spam his abilities. Tenacity is a lifesaver. It will greatly increase Johnson's physical and magical defense when his health is low. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.